Okay, today I'm talking to Sophia Garlick-Bock. She studied a dual degree, a Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Advanced Science, did her psychology honors at UNSW. She's now working as a research and evaluation coordinator at ReachOut, and her research focus and passion is youth mental health. All right, so hi, Sophia. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. So when you started your psychology studies, Sophia, did you actually think that you would be doing what you're doing now? Was this always your plan?
No, not at all. I knew that there were those like clinical options, and that's kind of all I knew that could come out of psychology. I don't think I really knew much else. I'd known some people who'd done social work, and I assumed you could kind of do those sort of jobs with psychology as well. But once I started getting into the degree and trying the sort of like learning about research, so learning how you conduct experiments and what's involved in that, I really enjoyed that element, and I think I really started to follow that path. And just wanted to find out more about how you can do that and what sort of things are involved. Yeah.
So how did you find out about this job? What's the bridge between doing your psych honors and doing the work you're doing now? How did this happen for you?
I was lucky. I signed up for any research assistant job I could find in the psychology faculty. So I volunteered for a bunch of them over, I think, the winter holidays sometimes, and the summer holidays sometimes. I would love to just try and be involved with any of the labs I could. Whatever came up, I would try. I didn't mind if it was paid or unpaid. I just wanted to find out more and try and learn about it. So when I finished my honours degree, or just before I finished my honours degree, I just looked online to find as many research assistant jobs I could find. I literally just put the term research assistant into job searches and would just apply for whatever I could, and got rejected a couple of times, and then fortunately was successful for a job at University of New South Wales, not in the psychology faculty.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there had got another research assistant role at a different university. Yeah. And then from there I have fortunately come to this job. So it's very similar, but I get a bit more independent get to do a bit more independent research work now.
Can you describe a little bit of what it's actually like for you to go to work, to do your work at ReachOut as a researcher? So maybe think of it in terms of what's a typical day like? What kind of things do you actually do?
So it could really consist of a lot of things from the very beginning of the research process to the very end. So if we think about it, creating a research, we also get maybe given a research topic, or maybe there's a focus in the organisation of really wanting to connect with, let's just say, for example, the queer community, and what sort of work we can do there, and maybe the gaps in the knowledge that we have currently, or the services we can provide better, basically, for a certain community or certain young people, or again, in reaction to certain events like COVID. So we might go from anywhere from the beginning of the research process, so saying, we need to do a survey or something like that to figure out what exactly is needed or what young people are feeling right now. Or I could be doing the next sort of stages, which is planning that and developing that. Next stage is sort of the more analysis part. So I do a lot of quantitative and qualitative work and hearing the really great insights from young people themselves. And then from at the end, like how to communicate that information is the biggest thing that we're developing a lot more. How can we effectively communicate research to a range of different audiences?
So it's a lot of sort of start to end, all of the different parts of the research process. Yeah. What kind of advice would current you give to past you?
I think I would really communicate to just try all the things you can do at university, like something that I really thrived with, as well as, signing up to do a bunch of RA research assistant roles where I could. I did a lot of volunteering, and I learnt so many skills in those things. I think I was very worried about what the future could bring, and I think there's a lot of things that is unknown, and it's okay for it to be unknown. And I wish I could remind myself of that a lot more when I was that age.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your stories with me, Sophia. This was really, really helpful.
Thank you.